Listen to me carefully. The world will not hand you victory. It will not pause its storms to give you shelter. Life will scar you, tear you, throw you against walls you never saw coming. But scars, my friend, are not proof of weakness. They are the ink with which destiny writes your true story. Every scar whispers, I survived. Every scar says, I did not break. And when you rise from them, not only do you carry resilience in your bones, you carry fire in your soul. Think about history. Abraham Lincoln was not born in marble halls. He was born in a log cabin, wrapped in failure after failure. He lost elections. He lost loved ones. He lost hope more times than you could count. Yet each scar carved his conviction deeper, until the same man who was once seen as unfit to lead became the very face of unity in America's darkest hour. Scars wrote his destiny. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times in the dark before a light bulb ever shined. 10,000 scars. 10,000 blows from life's hammer. And yet he kept moving, each failure a cut that shaped his genius, until the world itself was lit by the brilliance of his persistence. The truth is this: pain will visit you. Loss will visit you. Betrayal, rejection, humiliation, they will all visit you. But whether those visits become permanent residents in your life is up to you. Scars are not prisons. They are battle medals. They are reminders that the fire did not consume you. It forged you. So rise. Rise not in spite of your scars, but because of them. Rise with the knowledge that your scars are not ugly. They are beautiful proof that you dare to live, dare to fight, dare to dream when quitting would have been easier. But rising is not enough. You must rule every day. Ruling the day does not mean controlling the weather or silencing the storms. It means mastering yourself. The man who controls his morning controls his destiny. The woman who commands her thoughts commands her empire. Because the battlefield of success is not out there. It is in here, inside your mind. Look at Henry Ford. People mocked him when he dreamed of a car for the common man. They said it was impossible, impractical, a fool's vision. But Ford had already won the inner war. He ruled his day every day, with belief so unshakable that no ridicule could pierce it. And because he refused to bow to doubt, the automobile transformed from luxury to necessity, and the world itself shifted. Bro, ruling the day means when you wake up, you claim the throne of your mind. You decide, before anyone else decides for you, what this day will mean. Will you walk into it as a victim of your scars, or will you rise as a ruler because of them? Success is not random. It bows to discipline. It kneels before clarity. It obeys those who master themselves. When you rise with scars on your skin and discipline in your heart, life has no choice but to bend. Do not wait for perfect conditions. They will never come. The world belongs to those who carve their path through chaos, those who walk into storms and refuse to bow their heads. Like Carnegie, who built empires from steel while others doubted. Like Disney, who faced bankruptcy, rejection, and mockery before the world believed in his dream. You have within you the same spark, the same fire, the same unshakable spirit. But it must be awakened. And it awakens when you stop running from scars and start rising with them. So I ask you, when tomorrow comes, will you stumble into it blind, letting chance dictate your destiny? Or will you rise, crown yourself with the lessons of your scars, and rule the day like it was your kingdom? Because make no mistake, every day is your kingdom, and you, whether you see it or not, are its ruler. To rule your day, you must first conquer the invisible enemy, the voice of doubt that whispers, "You're not enough." That voice is ancient, older than every invention, older than every empire. It is the same voice that told the Wright brothers, man was never meant to fly. It is the same voice that mocked Columbus when he dared to sail beyond the horizon. And it is the same voice that haunts you when you stare at your reflection, wondering if you have what it takes. But listen carefully. Doubt is a liar. It has no substance. It is a shadow masquerading as truth. And the only power it has is the power you give it. The Wright brothers ignored the laughter, ignored the sneers, and chose belief over doubt, because belief builds wings. Belief lifts you off the ground. Belief makes the impossible inevitable. And here's the secret. Bro, your scars strengthen your belief if you let them. Every time life struck you down, every time betrayal cut deep, every time failure burned, you were given a choice: to surrender the scar or to forge unbreakable belief because of it. When Napoleon Hill studied the great titans of industry and creation, he found one truth louder than all the rest. Success is born first in the mind. Before the steel was forged, Carnegie saw it in his imagination. Before the light bulb glowed, Edison burned with the image of it in his thoughts. Before the magic kingdom rose from swamps, Walt Disney carried a castle in his vision. The scarred world called them dreamers. History calls them architects of reality. And that is what you must become, the architect of your destiny. Do not let your scars chain you to the past. Let them be the blueprints for the empire you are about to build. For every scar teaches a lesson, and every lesson adds a brick to your foundation. But blueprints without discipline are only paper. Vision without daily action is only fantasy. This is why ruling the day is everything. Because greatness is never built in years. It is built in days. Lincoln didn't free a nation in one decision. It was a result of ruling his convictions day after day. Ford didn't create an industry in a single spark. It was hammered into shape through disciplined work, repeated each morning without fail. Bro, discipline is a chisel that carves your scars into art. It is the rhythm that turns chaos into music. And the moment you treat discipline as a burden, you miss the truth. Discipline is freedom. Because when you rule yourself, no chain can hold you. Think of the soldier who wakes before dawn, training when the world still sleeps. Think of the athlete who repeats the same motion until their muscles ache, until their bones scream. Think of the thinker, the inventor, the writer who spends countless nights in silence, shaping ideas when no one else cares. These are not acts of torture. They are acts of liberation, because in mastering themselves, they mastered destiny. You, too, must rise with that same discipline. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for the perfect mood, the perfect moment. Life rewards those who act despite how they feel. Edison did not feel inspired 10,000 times. He simply kept going. That is discipline. And when you carry that discipline long enough, something miraculous happens. Your scars no longer remind you of pain. They remind you of power. You begin to thank the storms because they taught you to steer. You begin to welcome the battles because they trained you to fight. You begin to bless your scars because without them, you would never have been forged into the ruler you are becoming. Every scar is a crown if you rise with it. Every scar is a throne if you sit upon it. And every day becomes your empire if you rule it. So take this truth. Today is yours. Tomorrow is yours. Every day that life grants you breath is a kingdom waiting for its ruler. The only question is, will you rise and claim it? Every morning is a coronation, whether you see it or not. The sun rises not just to light the sky. It rises to remind you that darkness never wins. Last night's pain, last night's doubts, last night's scars. They have no authority over the throne of a new day unless you hand them the crown. Rise and understand this. Your scars are not chains. They are signatures. Proof that life has tried to bury you, and yet here you stand. Proof that storms try to drown you, and yet you breathe. Proof that the fire tried to consume you, and yet you burn brighter than before. The question is not whether you will face struggle. You will. The question is whether you will let struggle define you or refine you. Diamonds are born under pressure. Steel is tempered in flame. And leaders, visionaries, kings, and queens are forged in scars. Look around you. History bows to those who ruled not in times of comfort, but in times of chaos. Lincoln, scarred by loss, ruled unity from division. Edison, scarred by failure, ruled light from darkness. Ford, scarred by ridicule, ruled innovation from disbelief. Disney, scarred by rejection, ruled imagination from despair. Their secret was not luck, not genius, not divine favoritism. It was daily mastery, rising with scars and ruling every day until destiny bent. And now, bro, it is your turn. Your scars may be different. Maybe betrayal carved them into your chest. Maybe failure burned them into your mind. Maybe loss etched them into your soul. But they're yours, and that means they're your power. Stop hiding them. Stop cursing them. Wear them as armor. Hold them as weapons. Crown yourself with them as proof that you are unbreakable. Every day you rise, you face two paths, the path of surrender and the path of sovereignty. Surrender is easy. It requires nothing but silence, nothing but drift, nothing but letting the current carry you where it will. Sovereignty is harder. It demands that you rise when you are tired, that you speak when your voice shakes, that you build when your hands bleed. But only one path will let you look back without regret. And let me tell you this, bro, regret is the heaviest scar of all. It is not etched on your skin, but on your soul. It whispers, what if? What if you had risen? What if you had ruled? What if you had fought with all your might instead of surrendering? That scar never heals. So do not choose regret. Choose sovereignty. Choose to rise. Choose to rule. And when you do, when you rise from every scar and rule every day, you will find that life bends. Opportunities appear where walls once stood. Allies arrive where loneliness once echoed. Doors open where silence once suffocated. Because life respects those who respect themselves. Stand tall. Breathe deep. Rule today as though it were your last. And live it so fully, so fearlessly, that even death itself will hesitate before approaching you. For the man who has risen from every scar fears nothing. The woman who has ruled every day bows to no darkness. This is your moment. This is your throne. The scars have written your story, but you hold the pen to finish it. Write it with fire. Write it with discipline. Write it with faith so unshakable that even eternity must take notice. Rise from every scar. Rule every day. And let the world remember, not your wounds, but the warrior you became because of them.